Um, I don't think I'm gonna make a document for this because this is not a requested one. I'm literally just going. I just found this in the Kin Discord, so we're just gonna watch this real quick. And see what we can. We're gonna see what we can see. All right, we got our hitboxes on, man. We out here. Ken versus Seth. So this matchup is pretty rough. Seth is extremely strong, but Seth is also made out of wet paper bags, and Ken has scissors in his hands. Oh, okay, immediately advancing. All right. I like this. We're in the corner. Good combo. Oki situation. Oh, okay. Recovered. Smart back throw. Unfortunate. No EX fireball there. If we go back, we step back a moment. So, right here. Let me pause it. What's the one frame button? There we go. Here, this is an opportunity to cross cut. At this moment, when you see the opponent jump over you, you can just do a half circle back and you'll uppercut them. However, there's a choice for you to make, right? Because if you cross cut them, they'll get pushed pretty far away from the corner, right? So there's an opportunity here. Seth doesn't press a button. Ken turns around, and this is a very smart decision, right? The back throw at any point in time, if you can back throw your opponent to the corner as Ken, you want to do that. Ken's back throw is amazing, and if you yourself are in the corner, switching the positions is really good. So this is a smart decision. But here, what leads to this jump out is Ken is doing so much walk up, right? The pressure sequences we've seen so far have all included this really extremely long walk. And to move out of the corner right here, to jump out of the corner is one of the ways you can deal with that, right? If you see your opponent approach you, you can just jump, and it's very tricky for them to anti-air, right? Ken would have to do a cross cut or like a perfectly timed turnaround button. Smart back throw. That's something to think about, though, is once this is a sign that the opponent has caught on, right? They're like, oh shit, he's walking hella long. Whether this guy consciously has observed that or not, he's definitely caught on, right? The lizard brain is on now. So I would not be surprised to, in the rest of this round, to see Seth start moving more or start like pressing attacks or something to deal with the walk up. Oh, okay. Reversal. You can meaty after back throw, but it is very difficult. You have to manually time your meaty attack in the corner here, right? So Ken, I believe, is plus, you're plus 11, so you have to manually delay a hard punch by 1 frame or manually delay a down medium punch by 5 frames, right? But you can do it. This is a situation you want to practice a lot as a Ken player because, again, Ken's back throw is amazing. Like, you're going to be cornering people with back throw all the time. Usually, if you can hell wheel them to the corner, that's the choice you want to make. Especially, like, if they're mid-screen. Like, if they're somewhere over here near the tip of the second EX bar or something, you could hell wheel them right into the corner. Like, that shit goes, like, full screen. So this is just a drop situation. Unfortunate. Sometimes they be mashing it out. What did Ken go for? Another throw. Okay. Lots of throws on pressure. Now, this is only the first round, and in the first round, you're really just trying to do as little as possible and observe as much as possible, right? You want to do as little as possible so you don't tip your opponent off onto what your like overall strategy is or like what your tricks are, right? You don't want to reveal your whole hand to them. You don't want to go all out because then they'll have enough information to counter you, right? And on the other side, you want to look at your opponent and find out all the information you possibly can to counter them, right? So going for another throw here, not the end of the world. There's been a lot of throws, but still not the end of the world. It's important to note that there's a very strong relationship. Like, this is one of the fundamental ways people can put on offense in Street Fighter, is abusing the relationship between tick throw, staggered pressure, and frame traps, right? And for all intents and purposes, staggered pressure is just a different type of frame trap. So it's really between frame trap and tick throw. But staggered pressure is different enough that we can denote it as its own thing, right? So you walk up and you throw the guy, right? That's what's happening, right? You go tap with jab, you walk up, you throw. That's a tick throw, right? You take a really long walk. The amount of time you spend moving and when you do the throw is really, really significant. The opponent's looking for that, and they say, oh shit, he's walking up to me. What can I do, right? They might choose to try to jump away. They might choose to try to press a button, or they might just choose to sit there, right? If they choose to sit there or move, you can continue staggering your pressure. When you think they've caught on and they choose to either evade or like do defense via attrition, which is sit still, wait you out, right? You can continue to abuse them with staggered pressure, because not only do you push them ever so slightly when you touch them on block, which advances them to the corner, you can use Ken's really good medium attacks to generate gray health, right? You can use you can do like stand jab, stand medium punch, crouch medium punch walk, crouch medium punch walk, right? Get this gray health, and then if you do cash out with a throw, the throw is way more damaging because they had all that gray health on top of them. And if they choose to instead like try to intercept you, right, you can say, oh, okay, he's pressing his button right away. Let me just do jab, stand medium punch, frame trap. Or, hey, wait a minute, that guy looks like he's teching, but he's teching really late. So let me do jab, walk, stand medium punch, right? There's a relationship here that Isaiah has opened up, right? The can of worms is open. He's given himself the possibility to employ this type of offense here. So we haven't seen any, like, this is the first time watching this replay, so maybe that happens, maybe not. Okay, unfortunate. This is just rough when this happens. So this happens all the time because you're a chem player, right? Back medium punch is a really good button to contest with. If it happens and it whiffs and you just get this, you have to do EX fireball, right? You have to recover this. Sometimes you could be like, huh, I didn't do EX fireball, I'm gonna do a sneaky run, right? But that only really truly works after you've conditioned them or encouraged them to block. Like, you want them to expect you to do EX fireball. Again, this is the first round, so it's like, oh, you got to test the waters out. But right now, you're in such a commanding lead that, like, you know, this is an unnecessary action, right? Yeah, what's up, Zaku? I see. This is an unnecessary action, right? Because one of the things you want to think about is, okay, what gives me the possibility of winning the most, right? And what gives me the least chance of losing, right? So right here, the Seth dropped his combo, right? He did a down medium punch, which is plus on block. You know that prior to this, he jumped out of the corner and he was letting you walk up towards him, right? So in this situation, we know that Seth moved. He let us walk up to him 3 times or so, and this is the first time he pressed his button. I would say, given the clues we had before observing this guy's behavior and his response to the walk forward pressure, it's unlikely for him to hit a button here. I would assume that Seth is not going to hit a button here based on that information. And what I would try to do personally, now I'm not saying this is the right way to play, right? You can choose any kind of option you want. But what I would do is I would back up and just try to cage him in the corner, right? I would just try to hold him down because the health is so high. It's so high and he has so few options in the corner. So I would like back up, maybe try to stand hard kick him, be really careful he doesn't jump out, and wait a little while. And if I go, oh, okay, this is not working, then I would try to walk up again. But I would not like try to catch him in a scramble or catch him mashing because it doesn't seem like he's gonna mash. So back to what I was saying, if okay, we know the likelihood of him pressing a button is probably really low, right? It's not impossible, but it might be pretty low. What's going to give us the best chance of winning? Well, certainly not trying to catch him mashing, right? Because it doesn't look like he's going to mash. So if we back up, all right, if he jumps, we can anti-air him. We know that he's been letting us walk up to him and he's been really sitting still. So likelihood is he's just going to stay there. If he presses a button, then we can whiff punish it. If he doesn't do anything, we still get to do what was successful for us before, which is walk up, right? You see how waiting and watching here puts you in a situation where you have more likelihood of success, right? Like you have more probability of success than you would by immediately taking an action. We also know that I believe this happened once before. Did it? Okay, so there's the tick throw, right? Ooh, another tick throw. Okay, he whiffed. That's right. So the situation like this happened before. See this? Right? Similar situation. Similar situation. Button from him. Right? Okay. Alright, punish, but no combo. Unfortunate. Here, we see this again. What situation does back medium punch get us in? So this situation happens twice in a row. Seth hits Ken, right? Is at some amount of frame advantage, and then Ken does back medium punch, right? So there's the issue that like, okay, back medium punch won't reach here, right? Only if he hit a button would back medium punch reach. But like the real thing is like the strategic value of this back medium punch. Where is it? Right? What is it? Does this back medium punch get us in a situation that has more likelihood of success than failure? Right? Does this back medium punch get us in a situation that's going to give us more chances to win? Right? Because winning a match of Street Fighter is not a direct effect of lowering the guy's health bar. Right? Winning in a match of Street Fighter is an effect of getting yourself into situations where the likelihood of the outcome being positive for you is way more than the other guy, right? If you do that enough, you just end up winning, right? So I mean, you don't need to smell blood every second, right? Right, like what are we back medium punching for here? Another thing I see here is these inputs, right? If you play on pad, right, this is like probably a likely thing to do, but I would still be very careful with this. I would still be very careful with using the 3 punch button to get your command normal out. That may lead to some input error. There you see it again. Okay, he's pressing a lot more now. So now instead of just letting us walk up, we see, okay, his response here is to press, right? Whenever Ken is at this, he's pressing. He pressed again. He pressed into the crouch medium kick here. Right. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, he pressed into it. I believe if Seth did not do anything, this crouching medium kick may have whiffed if he just stayed crouched. That's important to note. Like, okay, so at first he was letting us walk up, but now he's contesting hella. So maybe we want to look for whiff punishes here. Maybe we want to, if we do staggered pressure to continue our offense the way we were before, maybe we want to press our button really soon. So like jab, walk, jab, jab, walk, jab, jab, walk, jab, or jab, walk, medium punch, instead of like jab, walk, jab, right? Okay, we're back in the corner. Schmo overhead. This is fake. This is fake. All right. This is just not a media attack. If he woke up with jab, Ken is getting jabbed here. All right. Okay, combo city, back rise. Back rising by using the buttons, using the kick buttons. This is a good way to do it. Ideally, you only do want to press the 2 buttons, and you want to be careful not to like over mash the buttons, right? This input looks fairly clean. Let's look at the input again. Okay, yeah. If you over mash the buttons, sometimes it can mess up your reversal window. Not that Ken does a reversal attack. Okay. Reversal DP. Good activation. This is good because it pushes close to the corner. This is a good choice. Okay, we're in the corner again. Damn, the stagger pressure again. Okay. So it looks like what we have to work with here is an offensive base strategy based around offense. We know that this guy is vulnerable to tick throw, and we know that he's pressing hella buttons in a row, right? Like he's like button, 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 right? Okay, here we go again. See that counter hit, right? Nice. Okay, it's working. I would keep the staggers one after another. Here, there's an opportunity to whiff punish. All right. Okay. Ken is taking a lot of damage for this. Ken gets touched and then immediately presses his own attack. This is gonna sound like a pretty damning indictment of like the decision making here, but think about this. In what world is pressing an attack after getting hit the first option you want to go to, right? This pressing an attack after you get hit is like the read of reads. You need to be absolutely sure that your opponent is going to like walk up to you or something like that, because right here when you get touched, this is the most plus that this jab can be. There's no world in existence where this jab is minus. You don't get to go first. Seth can continue to combo you if he wanted to, right? Like he could do a special move. Why would you ever press a button here? You see players do this all the time. I don't get it, right? Like this is like the last option on the wheel of options. I mean, I know it works when the other player makes a mistake, but if you can't assume the other guy's going to make mistakes, right? You have to test an approach, right? And we already know that this guy is willing to press a lot in a row. We've seen it. All right. There's the forward jump again to avoid the corner. This is just a habit. I gotta say this again. Who the fuck presses a button after getting touched? Like, come on. Like, this is just such a habit that every player has, and I think it's just it just gets you in hot water. It'll just get you in trouble. Just block. Just fucking slow down and block. Okay. There's a crosscut attempt. This is good. Even though this didn't work, this is a crosscut attempt. All right. I think that's a crosscut attempt, or at least it's a DP attempt that came out auto-corrected. Either way, the idea was there, but the execution is off. When you cross-cut someone, you want to do a quarter circle back. So you want to go from forward, down forward, all the way to down back. You just want to scoop the stick in the, not the quarter circle, I'm sorry, a half circle. You just want to do a half circle back from the original direction, right? So you'd be doing a half circle to the left to cross cut if you're on the left side, right? Okay, punishable. No punish. This is punishable by staying short. If you block this from Steph, you have to press standing leg kick. Yeah, there you go, there you go. Okay. Unfortunate. A lot of backing up. Not bad to back up here, but you gotta remember, like, okay, what's the purpose? What's the purpose of this? Or what are you looking for? Right? Are you looking for him to press crouching hard kick? Are you looking for him to press crouching medium punch? What are you looking for him to press? That's what you need to know when you walk back, right? Because if you just move around, you're setting him up so he can scramble the shit out of you, right? Remember those times where he jumped over you, right? You walk back and then you approach and you just jump forward and it's like, oh shit, he jumped. What do I do, right? What's letting him get into that situation is you're letting him breathe, right? You know that if you stagger him, he's having a hard time dealing with it. And two of the ways he's dealing with it is either by moving over you or by pressing a button, right? So there's not really a need to wiggle back and forth unless you're looking for something real specific, right? Okay, that's a good attempt to AA. Seth is very hard to AA with the dive kick. Medium kick is cool, but heavy uppercut is always better. I think it's possible to DP here, but this is just a tough reaction. Okay, nobody's faulting the block there. Okay. So Seth is actually minus here. He did the dive kick very high up. Good choice to press a button. You want to when people do dive kicks, the only time they're really plus is if they hit you extremely low, right? Because the plus or minus advantage of a dive kick is dependent on when the dive kicker lands. The person who did the dive kick, when they land will determine how plus or minus they are. So generally, any character with a dive kick, if they hit you really high up like that, you want to take your turn after. Right. Okay, why are we wiggling back and forth, right? Oh, opportunity here. Okay, we're fading away. We're fading away. We're holding back. We're fading away. What are we fading away from? Why are we wiggling, right? Like, what is this? How is this going to feed into our game plan, right? What is our strat here? This is the opportunity that fading away would afford us, generally, is them whiffing a button. Kind of hard to react here. But opportunity for a whiff punish. Stand light kick would be a good choice. Okay. Crouch medium. Hungry to confirm. A lot of Chem players are really hungry to get this EX Tatsu to the corner. Right? This could have been just a buffer. Okay. Could have been just a buffer. When you buffer something, it's really important to look for your opponent to walk forward, right? Maybe this could have been an attempt at a whiff punish, too. But if you're just going to put it in like this, if you're just going to put it in all at once, you need to make sure that the attack will whiff unless the opponent walks forward. Right. This is probably an attempt at a whiff punish, but still just important to remember that about buffers. Ideally here, you want to confirm it. It can be difficult, but pretty much at all times, it's possible to confirm Ken's crouching medium kick because it has a really wide window. When you touch them, you have a lot of time to cancel your special move. So you don't always need to do it right away. This could have been a whiff punish attempt, which was what it looks like, but that is something you can do at Ken's crouching medium kick, is you can just wait for forever and still get the EX. Yo, what's up, Isaac? I see you, man. Okay. Okay, blockage. Okay. Now, Seth will push himself away. He'll have to either walk forward or do a dive kick to continue pressure after this next normal. Okay, he walks back. Take your chance. This is not bad. I'd like to see EX Fireball. This game made you so mad. Oh, I see you. This is a good chance to EX Fireball. EX Fireball is a good way to push yourself out of the corner because it has good pushback and frame advantage. Taking the shot here is like not bad. Aggressive. It's an aggressive way to deal with it, but you can make yourself safe. So this crouch medium kick is not a bad choice, I don't think. Right? Because you see him wait, and then the moment. This is probably not a reaction to the movement, but more so a reaction to him waiting and hesitating. So boom. Could have been Shmee X, and then you could just walk out. Right? Right? So you could have did EX. Even the regular Fireball has pretty good pushback, but you're minus on it. Now look at the distance, right? This pushback is so good. Boop, right? Look at how far he slides back. Look at how much more room you got now. You're like you can move a whole character distance away from the corner if you would like, right? First of 3. Okay, I see you. Let's finish up this replay. Okay, jump here. So generally, this guy demonstrated it before. When you jump out of the corner, you just want to be tricky for the opponent to anti-air. So ideally, you want them to be close to you, so they have to turn around and AA you, which is really, really quite difficult. Pushing him back, right? Pushing him back away. Actually, this makes him easy to anti-air. When you do this, you're setting yourself up to be able to walk forward, right? But then you choose to jump, which actually sets him up to AA you, right? I don't know if he does this like really well or really on purpose, but think about this, right? It's always easier to anti-air your opponent like the further away they are, right? You have a lot of time to see them sail through the air. So you kind of have two choices here, right? If you want to get out of the corner, if you just want to get out of the corner and you're willing to take a little bit of damage, when you see him hesitate right here, you could just jump. Just jump out, right? Or you could press a button and attempt to push him back. And when you push him back, you can then walk, right? But you can't really employ both strategies at once because they don't complement each other, right? Pushing the opponent away doesn't complement jumping, right? It complements walking. So this is a little schmicks. Not the end of the world. When you get air reset like this, air to air, it's very important to see who lands first, right? You really want to pay attention to who lands first because that's going to be who's at advantage. So right here, Seth is at a pretty significant amount of advantage to Ken, right? He does his slow medium punch, and then Ken does his fast jab, and he still gets beat. All right. Okay. Oh, sweeper. No cancel. Big punish from Seth. So sweep is not a bad option in the corner. Like, sweep is your long range low. So if you see someone walking up and they're trying to like bait your crouching medium kick, to do that, they must be vulnerable to sweep. Because if they walk up just outside your crouching medium kick range and they themselves crouch, the medium kick will touch them and you get to do crouching medium kick fireball. So if they're trying to bait your medium kick, they have to walk forward and then walk back, which makes them vulnerable to the sweep, right? So sweep is not a bad option when the opponent is actually far away. You really want to aim your sweep for the tip. And if it so happens they block, you can react and maybe you could V-trigger cancel it. But right here, he's so close. He's so close. Like, what is sweep going to do for us, right? Especially when we were using crouching medium kick well before. Good combo from Seth. That sweep is just kind of like, I don't know. Panicking a little bit, maybe. Feeling the pressure in the corner, right? This is gonna sound a little bit intangible, but just looking at the way that Ken is putting on offense right here, and the way that he's trying to deal with Seth's offense, you want to be very careful not to hype yourself up, right? Just because your offense is like really fast paced and you're like, go, 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 button walk, button walk, button walk. I'm going to rush him down, right? That can make you like, oh, I got to go fast. You want to be real careful. You want to like mentally do that from a distance. He's like, okay, I'm just gonna go fast offense. Okay, it's defense. Let me reset, observe, right? Slow down. You did get some opportunities from contesting him, but more often than not, you would just like immediately do an action, and he would just be there crouching, right? And then you get punished for it, like off of the EX Hurricane kick or the sweep. Okay, here, this is pretty tricky. Okay, so this is fake, right? This is not. You do not get the pressure here after forward throw. You can do a 1 frame late meaty stand hard kick, but here this dash. All right, if someone neutral jumps and you grab, usually you have enough time to do medium uppercut. It is possible to medium uppercut him out of the air here. This is just something generally you want to do is like, if you grab someone and you think they're going to jump away, you just want to buffer the uppercut input. You just want to put in the uppercut input, and then if you see them jump, you can press a button. Okay, chill in. He doesn't get to follow up very well. Okay, here's that delay. Now, there's nothing wrong with taking the initiative. There's nothing wrong with going first. But you still... Now, this just barely misses. Unfortunate. Right. Okay. Could have been an uppercut. Okay, reset. This could have been a DP. It's possible to combo heavy uppercut here. If you see this and you can react with run, you can get heavy uppercut. You can wait for them to fall in front of you, get a fatty heavy uppercut. The heavy uppercut is superior to the reset in every way because you get Oki. This situation where you have like the 50-50, the frame advantage, and the pressure, this all happens when you knock them down normally. So the uppercut is better in every way to convert here because not only do you get more damage, but you get a really good Oki situation. It's unfortunate here that you just missed the opportunity to meaty him. So the jab is late. What's the attempt here? Throw? No, it's just a late jab. And he mashes out. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Good attempts. This is what you want, right? When you walk back, you want to be trying to whiff punish them. You never want to retreat unnecessarily, right? So you got to think, okay, what am I baiting, right? So we see this. This is why I put the hitbox viewer on. Look at this hitbox. You are trying to hit the green. You want to hit the green, right? What moves can Ken do that's going to hit this green? Right? Not this one. Ken's standing medium kick is hard to use. Standing medium kick is cool because you get a target combo from far away into step kick. But right here, probably the choice is back medium punch. Back medium punch is probably the choice. Or standing medium punch into a special move. Okay. Oh, schmicks? Alright. So here, this is what I believe to be an uninformed decision. So we saw in the last 2 rounds, the way he's dealing with walk-up throw is to either press buttons or move mostly. He has teched, right? But think about it. Has he pressed more? Like in this situation, did he choose to contest and evade more than he chose to tech? Right? I would think so. So I would say right here, just having watched this guy before, seeing seeing this situation, the most likely thing I think this guy would do based on his prior actions is I think that he would press a button. I think that he would press jab. Now that might be wrong because he just stays and crouches here. But what I'm trying to highlight is that it doesn't seem like he would throw here based on what he was doing before, right? I would say it was like an 80% chance he presses the button, in my opinion, which didn't turn out to be right, but I think it's observable. I think it's possible to figure out that, like, oh shit, he's not going to tech, right? More often than not, he's pressing an attack or he's trying to move. Okay, so here he V reversals, right? Right here, if you see this, if you ever jump in on somebody and you see them V reversal, you want to mash throw, because it's possible to throw them right out of this as a punish. You never want to V reversal a jump in. That's like a super duper bad habit. If you V reversal a jumping, you're asking to get reactionary throwed. Okay, here's the run pressure again. If you are going to run pressure, right, you want to make it really tricky to deal with. So when the opponent doesn't expect it, right? So I don't know if this one's super tricky because you did do the target combo into run before. You get away with it, but I'm not sure. I just want to point that out. You want to make it tricky. It's never safe. It's always dangerous, right? So you just want to try to make it really tricky. Okay. It looks like you're straying away from what was working before. Like right here, you're close. This is an opportunity to throw him. Does he press a button here? Let's find out. He does. Look at that. He's pressing a button. So the frame trap, not a bad choice. But remember, you can also frame trap with throw. When you're close, your throw is a frame trap, right? Because say you hit jab, you crouching jab, right? You're plus 2. That means that if you throw, it's 5 frames. So that's a 3 frame gap in there between when your throw comes out and after your jab ends. So you could scoop him. You could scoop him off a jab. Now here you'd have to walk forward a little bit, but still similar idea, right? You can frame trap with the throw. Okay, unfortunate. There's no EX here. Always want to do EX here. Now, it's important to note that Seth is a 3-frame character, right? So if you do EX Fireball here and then you press jab, you do EX Fireball here, you have to press jab afterward to continue to pressure him. If you try to do back medium punch, he can push you off of him because the frame trap will not catch his 3-frame jab. Is there an EX Fireball attempt here? Yeah, there's a Fireball attempt here. It's just missed it. Looks like he did the Fireball a little bit early. Yeah, the Fireball, you input the Fireball command before Hard Punch comes out, and then you press the buttons after the cancel window, it looks like. Yeah, just execution error there. Okay. Say no, back rise. Now, you're pressing 3 punches, light kick, and 3 kicks, right? So you want to back rise with the buttons. This is good, but you want to be sure which one do you want to do, right? Do you want to do quick rise in place, or do you want to do back rise? If you just press all the buttons, you're gonna, if you kind of smash a little bit, it's gonna be hard to remember which one you're gonna get. You want to quick rise and back rise very intentionally, because this is the number one. This is like the best defensive option in the game. When you're getting hit, you quick rise or back rise. This is your most effective way to disable your opponent's offense after you got hit. So this is like, you really want to be doing this on purpose. You really, really want to be able to control this, because if you force your opponent to do setups that deal with back rise, you can quick rise and then press a button. And if you make them comfortable with you quick rising or whatever, you can then back rise and just their setup will whiff, or you'll be too far away for them to continue. All right. Okay. Some Seth matchup knowledge. The light the light kick here is a minus. If he does it at the tip, it can be really hard to touch him. But you can use super to punish this. When he does this far away, you can use super to punish it. Boom, this is punishable by super. Okay, here's an uppercut possibility. This situation happened before. If you think someone's gonna neutral jump, just always put in a DP. It's hard to do, but it's possible. What was that? Let's look at that input. Ooh, okay, DP attempt, good DP attempt. Just missed it. Good idea, just missed the execution. Oh, combo Schmitty. Okay, I haven't seen what's gonna happen, but I think Ken is gonna do an attack. Yep. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, DP works out. Risk it for the biscuit. Activation station. Okay, Shoryu. Okazeme. Okay. Back medium. Run again. Oh. So we know that what has been working is stagger, pressure, and throw. That's what's getting us the most damage. Round 1, round 2, and even in round 3, moving up to him has been getting the most damage, right? And we know that after you push yourself back on block, he's pressing at least 2 buttons in succession, which gives you an opportunity to whiff punish, right? We also know that we've run at him several times, and I think only one time, which was in the right-hand corner, I think, I could be wrong, he's punished the run. He's interrupted the run. He didn't finish his combo, but he did intercept the run. So right here, if you want to steal your turn again, it's probably the best idea to go with what was working before, right? We want to remember, like, okay, I'm thinking about my offense. I know I've been doing hella tick throw. I've been setting him up. He's still been getting scooped. He pretty much only presses the button when I'm far away. And if I sit there and I wait a little bit, he might move, right? So how can I abuse that? Well, all right, so I'm going for a frame trap. I just ended up going for a frame trap. What should I do here? Honestly, after this, I would have just walked up. Even though you're -2, just walk up and throw him. This is an extra 22 frames where he just gets to do whatever he wants. So you go for low short here, and he's just going to jab you out. Oh, he dropped it? Okay. All right, we also know that after he pushes us back, he's going to press a button. Furthermore, this happened before. You got hit, and then you pressed. Why would you press a button after getting hit? That's the most negative you can be, right? So, like, here it just seems like overall, you had a good thing going. Like, this was going good. You set yourself up to be able to mix him with frame drops. Yeah, I mean, he didn't confirm. I guess that's a better way to put it. Yeah, what's up, Rubes? All right. He had the opportunity to do jab, jab, DP, or jab, jab, EX. So right here, this is a really good thing going. We know, all right, our opponent is vulnerable. We're getting some good information about how he's going to try to squirm out, right? We saw he's letting us move up. After we get a little bit of distance, he's pressing, right? We know that if we wait, if we give, okay, there he's moving, right? And we see this pattern again in the future, right? We see that if we wait a little bit, he'll move. And we know that he's doing 2 things in a row, right? See, button, right? We know that. We also know that we tried to run a few times and he punished us. So, like, our most likely to work offense is probably stagger into throw. And we could probably bait him. So I think at the end here, this decision is a little... how do I do this? Do I have to unpause it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, you have to unpause it. This decision is like, I would say this decision is uninformed based on what has happened in the past, right? You had some good ideas. There's some matchup specific stuff, but the main things, I think that the main reasons why Ken lost this is that Ken dropped the read on his opponent, right? What was working, Ken stopped doing. What wasn't working, Ken started doing more, right? And that's just like a function of really like paying attention and remembering. And then there were some good ideas, but the execution was flubbed, right? Like the cross cuts and trying to make yourself safe after the target combo. Good back throws to the corner, right? There's a punish opportunity. There's an opportunity. All right. Seth is really hard to AA. Let's be fair here. Seth is really hard to AA. Okay. Here it is. Boom. This is just like pretty much the most likely thing for him to stop. Right. I think if you had just walked up and grabbed him here, he would have got grabbed. That was in the Ken. That replay was in the Ken Discord. I don't know. I just saw it and I was like, oh, I'll watch it. Fuck it.